Hello, and welcome back to Faith, Feathers, and Fur. This week has been one of those weeks where joy, heartbreak, and hope have all taken turns showing up. From missing animals to surprise hatchings, and a whole lot of chicken drama. Let's get into it. First, I want to start with Pip. He went missing this week, just vanished in the night. I had fallen asleep with him on me, and I woke up to him just being gone. We tore everything out of our tent, looked high and low, carefully searching through every single thing, but we never did find him. So he's still missing. It's been days now, and honestly, unless God steps in, it would take a true miracle for him to come back. But I have seen miracles before. One of my cats, many years back, was gone for a full 2 weeks. We searched everywhere the whole time. Just when I had nearly given up, she came stumbling home, barely alive, and the vet said, "I don't even know how she is here." Then we had another cat disappear for just a couple of days and come back, and she too, the vet had no idea how in the world she was still here. And then many years before the cats, we had a dog who went missing, and she ended up down a steep hillside. We had actually hired 6 people to scour the hill with us for days, and we kept searching after that, but we never found her. Then 11 days later, she came home, weak, scraped up, but alive. The vet was stunned, but I wasn't, because God is the God of impossible. That's his specialty. So while I'm preparing my heart for the possibility that Pip might not return, I still carry just a mustard seed of faith. In Matthew 17:20, it says, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you." So I leave a little crack open in the door for God to do what only he can do. And either way, whether Pip comes back or not, I trust that God is holding Pip, and he's holding me right where we need to be. And I know this too, whether it's in this life or the next, I will see him again, because love like that doesn't just end. He who is seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." Revelation 21:5. I've shared Poppy and Daffodil's story in the past of how they were a hard hatch and some of the challenges they've faced after that. Well, this week has also been a tough one for them. Daffodil has been dealing with a pretty rough case of coccidiosis, and Poppy's had it even harder, fighting off a respiratory infection, coccidiosis, and canker all at once. A quick explanation for anyone who may not be familiar: coccidiosis is a parasitic condition affecting the intestines, especially in young or stressed birds, or my special needs babies like this. Canker is caused by a different parasite and affects the mouth and crop, often showing up as swelling or yellowing plaque things. Both can be serious, but quick treatment makes a huge difference. Poppy and Daffodil are 100% fighters, and I'm doing all I can for them. But go ahead and keep them in your prayers if you think of it. Some brighter news: Amelia hatched out 6 beautiful chicks, and Lisa hatched out 4. Right here you'll see I'm examining the eggs under Amelia, and you'll see this tiny little crack on that egg at the top there, and the one right there. Those are called pips, and before you know it, this is what happens. You get these cute little balls of wetness that emerge, and the little baby chicks go under mommy, and they dry off, and then they end up becoming these little fluff balls of adorableness, just like this. But Lisa also threw me a curveball and laid 1 extra egg midway through the hatch. What difference does that make? Well, once these adorable little ones hatched out, Lisa's body temperature and humidity levels all changed up, and so they're no longer conducive to incubating an egg. Therefore, I have to take the egg and put it into an incubator, which is now where this midway egg is at. And I look forward to sharing all of those updates with you next week, as that little baby should be hatching today or tomorrow. I'm really hoping that either Lisa or Amelia will take it on once it hatches, but if not, I will be on brooder duty. And that is totally okay, whatever this sweet little baby needs. Now let's talk flock dynamics, because this week the rooster drama hit a peak. Some of our roosters were getting a little too overzealous with the hens. Yes, we had the saddles on. Yes, we still had the spikes. But these little boys were getting pretty darn clever on how to get around those. So it started causing some stress and imbalance in our flock, and we decided to go ahead and call it and separate the boys out into their own runs for now. The hens are already so much more relaxed, and I've been through this before. Sometimes all it takes is just a little time apart, and then they can come back together and live peacefully again. So if you keep a flock, always have a backup plan. A spare run, a kennel, a bit of fencing, whatever you can do to create some peace when things get tense. It doesn't mean that your birds are bad, and it doesn't mean you have to necessarily lock them away forever, but just sometimes, like people, they just need that little extra space. This is Lemon. While we were searching for Pip, Lemon also went missing. On the second day, I finally found her, and she was sitting on 16 eggs. 5 of them ended up being freshly laid and not incubated yet. 3 of those seemed questionable, but I brought her and the eggs inside, and sure enough, she ended up rejecting those 3. So now she sits on 8 viable eggs because, well, why not add one more surprise to this already full week, right? After all that chicken stress, the dogs brought some much-needed joy. They got to run and play at the beach. Zoomies, splashes, swimming, goofy grins included. It did my heart some good to just sit back and watch them. The horses, Shalom and Rafa, had a calm and peaceful week, got their feet done, had no surprises, just their steady rhythm and quiet presence. And that was a gift this week too. This week was full of heartbreak, healing, and hatching. Some things didn't go how I hoped. Others surprised me. But through it all, I've seen God's faithfulness in the losses, in the little joys, and in those only God moments. If your week has been full too, I pray you find peace in the quiet, joy in the small surprises, and hope in the God who still works miracles, even with just a mustard seed of faith. And here's something I felt pressed on my heart to share. In a dream last night, I was reminded of the importance of having no doubt. Sometimes we think we're believing fully, but deep down, there's a little bit of hesitation, a sliver of, what if? Jesus said in Mark 11:23, "Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, 'Go throw yourself into the sea,' and does not doubt in their heart, but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them." So I just want to gently encourage you. If there is something you've been believing for, something you've been praying for, take a moment to ask, do I really believe? Or is there still a little doubt? Because your mustard seed of faith, it's powerful, but it works best when we pair it with the unwavering trust in who God is. Keep standing. Keep believing. He is faithful. From my flock, herd, and heart to yours, walk in faith. God bless. See you next time.